I say consumption, what I mean is you just mindlessly scrolling through in the Explorer feed or looking at other people's posts, your cousins, your friends, somebody you went to school with 10 years ago. You're just looking at their stuff because you have, or at least you have in your mind, you're thinking you have nothing else to do in that moment. So you're just mindlessly scrolling. That's what I mean when I say consuming on social media. Now, someone may smartly, who's actually not that smart, but you'll get my point. You may ask, well, Dre, if everybody took that advice of producing 10 times more than they consumed on social media, then nobody would be looking at anybody's content. And we would all be doing all this posting, but then nobody's material is getting looked at. So that wouldn't that actually defeat the purpose of social media's very existence? The answer to the question is yes, it would defeat the purpose of social media's existence if that were to occur. But the other part to this, the other answer to the question that wasn't even being asked is that that will never occur. That won't occur because everybody is not going to take this advice. Everyone doesn't, excuse me, not everyone is even privy to this advice, let alone are they going to take it. So you will never get into the point of posting for nothing because there's nobody to consume it. In theory, that makes sense, but in reality, it is not. Not every human being even wants to be successful, let alone productive, let alone effective or efficient in how they're using their life, what most people call their time, and time makes up life. So this will remain as a theory. It will never become a reality that everyone is consuming. Everyone is producing, nobody's consuming, so there's nobody to look at stuff. You just make sure you're one of the people who is producing and not consuming, and you're not looking at stuff. But trust me, there will always be plenty of people. For every one of you, there are about 100 others who don't heed this advice and don't even know about it and don't even want it, as a matter of fact. And they will gladly consume as much material as they can. Okay, so don't worry about that. Most people are not focused on success at all on any level, and let alone are they thinking about it intentionally. So most people will spend the majority of their time when they're on social media simply scrolling and consuming, because that's what most people do on social media. They scroll and consume. That is how social media is engineered. That's how it's designed. That is what it's aimed. It is aimed at making people do. And most people are pretty good at conforming and following directions, and they do what they're told to do, regardless of who told them to do it. So just keep posting, producing, and trust me, there will be plenty of consumers. You will never be short on consumers when it comes to your use of social media. You, on the other hand, as I just said, you are part of the 1% or the 2% who is only focused on production. You're not focused on consumption when it comes to social media. So you just make sure you're not one of those people that I just described. All right, that's all you got to do. Point number 2. Today's topic, once again, is how the successful use social media.